All right, gave you a little sneak peek. Got a few games that I'm gonna do today. Pretty much some pickups I gotten. I know I haven't done a video in a little while. I need to start cranking them out. This is gonna be a Switch video of 5 games that I'm picking up. All right. So pretty much, these games pretty much show you what I got. A lot of these games are not even open yet. So if they're not open, I'm not gonna open them until I play them. So pretty much, that's how I'm doing my videos now. So pretty much, let's start off. All right. If it's already open as well, I'm gonna show you it. All right. Pretty much here you got. I don't know if I showed this. I don't think I did. Final Fantasy 12, the Zodiac Age. Pretty much, you know what you're getting with Final Fantasy. Pretty much this is a remaster of original game that came out on a PS2. You got this on the Switch. Pretty much, with this game is a remaster. Far as pretty much in this game, you're gonna be doing a lot of looting from monsters. Pretty much just they have a little bit added stuff in this game. You have your pre-programmable commands, your moves, your assets, move sets. Pretty much, I think they added with this mode. There's a trial mode, which you would do later on. Pretty much in this, they have the gambits, pretty much pre-programmable commands, assigning move sets. Pretty much in this game, you want to pretty much assess your characters to a certain fighting style, to kind of assist on what gameplay or side type fighting that you do. With the trial mode, you want to go through the game at first, build up your characters, build up your gambits, build up your move sets, then go through that trial mode. One downfall is the game. You have hunts in this game. They're not marked on the map. You'll have all the information, and pretty much they're not marked on the actual map. But this is a beautiful game. Some hate it or love it when it comes to this game as far as the gameplay. So you pretty much, it tells you here, fully remastered in high definition, featuring an all new enhanced gameplay feature. Let me kind of see if I can get it zoomed real quick. New Zodiac job system with improved battle mechanics, remastered visuals, music, and enhanced gameplay experience. Enjoy endless adventure wherever you are. Final Fantasy, you're gonna get a pretty good game. So no qualms on that. Oh yeah, I think I might have showed this. I don't know. Final Fantasy, that is the alternate cover right there, which is pretty cool. Let's see if I can show that right quick. All right, so this is the alternate cover. I kind of like that cover, to be honest. I like it compared to this one. I think I'm gonna switch it, so give me a second. All right, so pretty much I switched it from the original cover. I need to take this off. I think that really looks better compared to that one. It's a little bland. I think this is more telling of the game. Pretty much Final Fantasy, you have your characters going through. You can't go wrong with a Final Fantasy game. So this is a great pickup. Pretty much this is an older style, Final Fantasy RPG type game that they brought back, remastered, added a few functions to it. So pick this up on the Switch. You'll really like it. All right, put that right there. Let's see if you can kind of see. I love that cover right there. Kills the other one in comparison. All right, next game is a game that had a lot of bad reviews. You wouldn't think it from what company made it, you know. Well, pretty much brought it out. So let me just get into it. You may already know it. It's on the Switch. It is Wonderland. This game was doomed from the start, pretty much. Blonde Wonderland is, pretty much a 3D platformer. Only good thing, well, you would think it would be good. The co-creators of Sonic the Hedgehog came up with this game. 3D platform. You think it would be okay. So pretty much this game is a child in a dreamland world. She's carted off by this hat individual who takes her to this, dreamland. It kind of goodness stops at that point. Pretty much, in this world, you're going through each section what has a story behind it. And the crazy thing about this game, the first crazy thing, is you don't really know until like the end, right before the boss. The cutscene kind of tells a story, and it tells that story. Then you go against the boss, pretty much. And the thing about this game, it's only one button. So that's what was the main thing with a lot of people. One button far as combat. I think you have other buttons to do costume. That's a big thing in this game. Changing costumes. Those costumes give you, pretty much attributes to progress in the game. So you may have something to make you almost like Stretch Armstrong. You'll stretch up. So you might need that to do that in the game. But there's only one button. All the costume, everything is one button. One button. It should have made two buttons, but it's one button. So that's a downer. Also, if you get hurt or hit and lose the costume, you gotta backtrack to get the costume, because some of the mechanics, you need that costume to progress. So that's the dumbness about it too. The good thing, I think it's somewhat the bosses are creative, but they're kind of one dimensional as far as combat because of that one button. You think it would be a little better, Square Enix, but I think it kind of it loses its luster with that. You have crystals, and it's kind of like it's pretty similar to Sonic and other platforming type games that you would search out for crystals and trophies. But the one button gameplay, and once you start playing, you pretty much say I'm not trying to get those crystals. So that it fails in that scenario when dealing with that. So that it's been real bad reviews of this game. This game came out as a pretty pricey game, and after a while, you can find it at some places $20, maybe $18. So Blonde Wonderland, Wonderworld. I'm saying Wonderland. Blonde Wonderworld is a miss. Miss in gameplay and mechanics. So I don't know if you want to check that out. Blonde Wonderland. We'll give you a little gameplay. You see certain outfits that you would collect and use to advance. Pretty much, let's read it. Leo and Emma are led into a wonder world by mysterious Blonde. They must journey through 12 dreamland stages, discovering 80 different costumes to find a way to bring balance to others and themselves. So that's pretty much it. You got a lot of heavyweights as far as production, but it just failed to deliver. So maybe they'll get it right. And if they ever do another game, which I don't know, with the bad reviews and people not purchasing. So that's going to be it for that one. Belong Wonderland. Wonder World. So, land. Keep saying land. Alright. Next game is a, great game. Pretty much a game that it has the DLC added into it. A little older game, but very pricey. You might can find a pretty good price. I know it was pricey for a while, but eventually it kind of got a little bit better. That's gonna be Xenoblade Chronicles Torna in the Golden Country. This is Xenoblade Chronicles 2 with the added prequel story, the Torna story. Pretty much in this one you have the DLC with it. You have Xenoblade 2 and the expansion packs. So you have well over 100 plus hours of gameplay with this game, and arguably one of the best Xenoblade Chronicles created. A lot of people kind of say that about this game. So let's get into it. Pretty much let's get into the prequel. Xenoblade, Xenoblade. The prequel, which is a great added thing to the game. If you can get this copy, get it. It's pretty pricey. You may can find it for a little bit cheaper. I got a pretty good deal. Well, I got a pretty cheap than normal deal on this game. If you check into this game, this version, it's pretty pricey because of that DLC. Great DLC they added to it, which really changed the game, and I'm gonna get into that. Pretty much Torna is the prequel. It's pretty much a tragic story. Tragic but interesting story. Prequel to Xenoblade Chronicles. Pretty much in the Torna, it kind of goes into the story of Lore and Jin, kind of really tells their story a little bit more. Pretty much this is 500 years prior to the Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the Torna part of it. So you can play that first and play the other part, or you can just play the regular Xenoblade then play that later on. They kind of tie in together, so it's a prequel, and the official game as well. So that's why this one's a little bit pricier. You get the game plus the Torna content as well. Pretty much tragic story. 500 years prior, Adam and Hugo. Kind of goes into Malos, kind of tells his story a different side. In this, most people like this version because of it's very understandable and has tips as well compared to the regular Xenoblade Chronicles. In this, great story, sound effects are on point. Gameplay, the core of the game is just on point. You can't go wrong with the game. With this game, most people like it because the original game is just, you play with specific characters, the driver. In this downloadable content, you just not only you play with the drivers, you play with the blades as well. So you can go between characters and use moves between those characters. And you kind of see it right there, the blade switch and Vanguard switch. So that is an added content to that. They kind of put that mechanic in the new content down the expansion pass, which really changed the game, and people love that style because it was a little bit different. They blade, they had in this one, in the Torna content. The blade, you can blade and fusion combos. Burst combos are easier. You know, this game is better optimized with that new content. The aux core is a little bit easier to get. And the original content is a little bit harder to find the certain things to progress the aux cores. And the Torna, they kind of bypassed that and made it a little bit easier. So, you know, most people put this at one of their top RPGs ever. One of the top RPGs on the Switch. This Xenoblade Chronicles Torna Gold Country. And it's pretty price. Like, this edition is good, but they have the special editions. Like that price of that is ridiculous. But you get a little bit more. You get this. I think you get the soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken, and a book, you know, with it as well, and also a steel book. So that's pretty pricey. If you look it up, check it out. You'll see that if you ever look into it. It's pretty pricey, this game. It's well worth it. You know, pretty much one of the best, if not the best, RPGs on the Switch currently. So get it. You can't go wrong with the Torna content added. Excuse me, burping. Torna content added with this. So you're getting well over 100 plus hours. 100 plus hours of game play. So you can't go wrong with it, you know. And the downloadable content made the game even better, you know. So that the game was already good, that made it like 10 times better just with that content. So pick this up if you ever get a chance. If not, just pick up the regular Xenoblade and just download the content. But you know, if you can get this together, it comes with the content. Watch out online if you get the like a copy from somewhere else, because you would have to play that in that version. So in Japanese, you have to have a Japanese account to get the content. Otherwise, you would have to play this game, and you would have to get you would have to buy the content over to play it. So just be aware of that. All right, next game is one of the best shoot 'em ups ever. Pretty much, this one is what, you know, kind of started it all somewhat, but can't go wrong with Cotton Reboot. And put that up there currently. Cotton Reboot, great shoot 'em up game. Can't go wrong with it. The original game came out 1991. This reboot pretty much deals with Cotton. Pretty much it's a shoot 'em up. She's like a witch riding a broomstick, and you're shooting and beating bosses. It's a shoot 'em up game. So pretty much with this game, it has the original X6800 release version. You could either play in that version, the original version, or you can play the arranged mode, which is a little bit updated, or the remastered mode. In that mode, they added a little bit more attack moves, charge up, stuff like that, to kind of change it up a little bit. I'm gonna get a little bit more into that. Well, be aware, you can, in this game, you know, it's very fun shoot 'em up. So great music, great mechanics, great little cut scenes as well. So pretty much you can see there you're on the broomstick. I'm trying to zoom in a little bit if I can. Come on, zoom up. You're in the broomstick and you're shooting all type of gems and bosses. Pretty much you get fairies as well. They assist you in combat styles, or kind of amplify your attacks and whatnot. Candy, she loves candy. That was one of her main drives. Pretty much in this game, as you see right there, Cute Like Candy experienced HD graphics or the authentic original retro version. So pretty much, in this game, you're shooting all type of gems and all type of enemies, and you come up to a boss at the end. You beat that boss, then after that boss, you have a tea time, which tea just drops from the sky. You pretty much collect those cups of tea or avoid it, and you get a bonus as well. So, pretty much with that, in the updated version, they kind of changed it up a little bit as far as the gems. They hang in the air instead of just falling and unable to get them. So they hang in the air, and they got multipliers and everything. So it almost like a pachinko machine. Once you start multiplying and multiplying the combos and whatnot, as far as you shooting the enemies. They also have another mode in this actual game, which is the caravan mode, which is either 2 or 5 minutes. Pretty much in this mode, you shooting up enemies as the original and the remastered mode, but it has an online leaderboard. So you have that online leaderboard, which you can, go against other individuals as far as scoring. Only the bad things about this game, load time. That's one thing. No stage select in this game as well. No rewind. And no quick restart. So those are some drawbacks with this game. Pretty much, if you like the cotton, you're gonna love this game though. Those are a little few drawbacks with it. Big game that they brought back out. This original game, I think it was pretty expensive, the original. So great thing they brought this out. As soon as I heard it was coming out, I had to get it. I was like, yo, let me pick that up. So if you're into shoot 'em ups, which I am, I got some shoot 'em ups. You'll see in some videos to come. Also did I've been streaming as well. I gotta start back streaming a few games. Currently, I was playing Battletoads. I'm playing that pretty hard game, even though just on normal mode. It's pretty wild, man. I was like, wow, this kind of had remembrance of the old Battletoads. But check me out on that as well. But pick up Cotton Reboot. Great game. Don't think you'll go wrong with that. All right, for the final game on the Switch, also a RPG, fantasy RPG. Not too long ago came out. It's gonna be Christ Tales. All right, Christ Tales. All right. In this game, great cast of different characters. Not gonna mention too much about it. You guys just gotta check it out. In this game, this fantasy RPG, you're dealing with time travel and manipulation of certain side quests. In this game, as you can see, you see that triangle. I'm gonna explain why I showed that. Pretty much in this game, you're dealing with time travel and manipulations to progress in the game. You have your time traveling toad buddy or frog buddy, Matthias. With that character, you kind of you do time travel with that character, and he's a part of that. That triangle that I'm talking about is you deal with the past, present, and the future. So the current timeline is the inside of the triangle, which you will see in the game, and your left would be your past and your right would be your future. And pretty much in this game, it deals with certain attacks that you may do. You may, like, one character, let's start in the beginning. I think it kind of deals with the tutorial in the beginning, which kind of shows you the mechanics and stuff like that. One character has a shield, and you kind of have a character that does a water move. So you would do the certain move in the past, and it would in the future rust that shield. So it'd be it kind of deals with that. You know, so kind of have that in mind. You have a lot of, you might have to do something to a character to kind of progress in the current state. So don't want to go too much in depth with it. You kind of can use your mind and think about that. Great game. The visuals are great in this game, almost like a pop-up book. You know, different take on the RPG. So you know, check it out. Christ Tales. Let's check the back of it. Experience the past, present, and future simultaneously in a love letter to classic JRPGs. Great game, great art style, a different take. You kind of see the triangle somewhat in this section. Your past, your present, future. And like I said before, it deals a lot with that. I'm trying to zoom in if I can. Sorry for the camera being a little bit smudged a little bit. So so you have your, you know, it's kind of throwback to that old RPG with a new spin to it. You can't go wrong with this game. You know, very different take and a great game with a new team. So check it out, support that team. Can't go wrong with the game. So pretty much gonna go back over the games. Christ Tale, check it out. Cotton, Reboot, you know, that shoot 'em up, check it out as well. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Torna, the Golden Countries. If you're into RPGs, this is one of the top tier when it comes to that. Beyond Wonderland, a hit and a definite miss with a lot of people. Beyond Wonder World, I keep calling it Beyond Wonder World. You know, it was a different take on it. It's kind of hit and miss with that. I don't think it's bad if you get it for a cheap price. You know, yeah, no more than $20, to be honest. All right, next one is Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age. You see how I switched it up. That's going to be it for this video, and I'll check back with you next time.